Ben, that looked a pretty tough game, but I bet the atmosphere in that dressing room is a pretty good one now.
Yeah, so happy. Good week, isn't it? 9-point week. We just knew that the next game's the biggest game in it, but today that was a big game. Tough place to come. No, they're in form as well as us, so just everyone's buzzing there.
The atmosphere at the start of the game, they're obviously on a bit of a high. You have to kind of quieten that and dampen that as a squad to try and get on top.
Yeah, that's what we spoke about before the game. Just manage the game, try and quiet the crowd down, which, to be fair, we did at times, but they were right behind until the end, even when they were 2-0 down. But our fans were behind us. It was just good that second half we come out and got them 2 goals, because it was a bit erratic first half. Weren't really no team dominating in anything. But I thought second half, first half an hour, we were brilliant.
Yeah, scrappy first half a little bit, wasn't it? But you got away with one right towards the end. When you saw that ball loop onto the top of the bar, it was a bit heart and mouth moment at that bit.
Yeah, I don't know how it hasn't gone in, but you need a bit of luck sometimes, don't you? We haven't been getting that.
Talk us through your goal. I know it didn't look that complicated from here, but it's another case of you just trying to get into the box and affect the game in that way.
Yeah, just gambled on the cross, really. I think it was Wilson who done well down the line, didn't he? Put a great cross in, and just lads went to clear it, fell into my path, just tapped it in. But got to be in there, scored them, having you, so I'm just buzzing to score. But as I say, the main thing's the 3 points.
Have you got a real feeling about what you need to do now to get those goals? Because that's 11 for you now, so you've obviously got the knack of it.
Don't really, just be a nuisance, really, don't you? Just run about and just hope the ball falls for you. Gamble on stuff when you got Prox winning stuff with the centre half. He's going to win a lot of things, and if he doesn't win it, they're not going to head it cleanly, aren't they? So sort of get told to gamble, and sometimes it'll fall through, sometimes it won't. But when it does go through, you've got to make sure you take that chance. How
big a difference has he made to your game? Because you linked up with him against Crawley, you linked up with him again against Mansfield, you've done it again today. So what's that relationship like between the two of you?
It's good. He's big lad, and he's a vocal point for us. But I think really, even when Wilson's up there or anyone's been up there, we link up well really as a team going forward. Now we do look more of a threat, but Proc's our vocal point, so me, Wilson, other players do feed off him.
That last 20 minutes looked like you really needed to dig in and work really hard. What was it like from your perspective?
It was tough. Once they got the goal, it was just like, just get behind the ball and try and not concede. But sometimes that's the worst thing to do, isn't it? Because you're just inviting really pressure, but it's hard not to when they've scored and then all the crowd's behind them and stuff. But the defence were brilliant. Stoney was good in goal. See the game out, so that's the main thing.
A couple of times this season, Sutton away, Rochdale away, when you've let leads slip, were you really determined today not to let that happen?
Yeah, it's been a bit of a kick in the teeth earlier in the season, hasn't it, when we've dominated really, even though I'd say really only the second half, first half and all we dominated, didn't we? But I thought we deserved the win overall. But yeah, the main thing was to just see that game out once you get them 2 goals, and we did.
Andy's talked a lot about belief and professionalism in that dressing room at the moment. Is that a really big factor for this group of players now, that you believe that after a really difficult season you can get to where you want to be?
Yeah, we've always believed in ourselves from the start of the season really, because we got off to a good start. We played some good stuff, we've got good players in the dressing room, good experience, but you've just got to keep level-headed and just move on to the next game. Don't think anything else. Every game's massive for us now.
Just one final thing, 11 goal Ben Garrity, how does that sound to you?
Happy, hopefully get more, won't I?